Let's talk about some digital homeschool helps. We don't have a ton, so that makes me really excited that this video is part of a collaboration so that I can see what other mamas or homeschooling parents are looking at and enjoying in their homeschools, in their homes. This is a collaboration, like I said, with Abby from Rooted in Rest and Jessica from The Waldock Way. Sorry, I'm slightly listening to my kids who are doing their free time and are noisy in the background, so I apologize if the camera picks that up, but I'm a homeschooling mama and they're home. So we're going to talk about some of our favorite apps and digital homeschool helps, I guess you can call them. And like I said, I don't feel like we have a ton, but I guess it's all kind of relative, right? One of the first ones that I will share with you is one you've probably heard of. It's been around for quite some time, is Reading Eggs. We have used this for a couple of years with our kiddos. My youngest two will go on Reading Eggs and get either math, there is a component to it called Math Seeds, and then Reading Eggs has reading and phonics built in. So depending on where they need a little extra help, that's what I'll have them sit down and do. For my daughter, she's mostly done a ton of work on the Math Seeds because that's where she needs a little extra help. And I feel like the Math Seeds program, the way that Reading Eggs has it set up is really children friendly, where there's games. It keeps them entertained, it keeps their attention, especially for my youngest who is on the spectrum. That is super important. He is go, 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 and will lose his attention, and then we've lost any kind of traction we're making. And so for him, this app has been wonderful. He enjoys doing Math Seeds as well, but I've tried to get him to focus more on the phonics and Reading Eggs portion because that's where we tend to need a little bit extra help with him. So like I said, we've used this for a couple of years and really enjoyed it. We currently, I think our price is $70 per year. We pay for the year subscription, $69.99, and I don't know if that was a special price that we got locked into, but I will leave them linked down below if you haven't tried them out yet and are just looking for an app to give your kids a little extra help in those areas. Another app that has been really fun for our family is Vooks, V-O-O-K-S, so like books but with a V instead, for video. And this app, I know I've talked about it before on here, is books that are animated and kind of come to life as they read the book aloud to your children and you if you sit and listen with your kiddos. It has so many books available on this website. I believe we found this website right as 2020 or in that year, and it has just been a lot of fun. They will go in, especially my youngest will go in and he can watch books being read to him and watch the animation of them, and we have found some of our new favorite books in this app. It is an app, but normally we put it on to the TV. We have a smart TV, and so we'll put it on through there. We don't really have, I don't have it, I think for a moment I may have had it downloaded on my phone, but I don't think I have it downloaded anywhere else. But that app is really neat, and again, it keeps his attention. They like being able to watch the video and the animations of it, and it's just really nice to have a book type read aloud available to them whenever they need to, or if I am busy working with another student, they have this option. That's an option we'll give them, that they can watch and pick out a book, and then I know that it's something that they're doing that is semi-productive. I don't know if productive is the right word, but it's something I prefer they do while they're waiting for me to finish up with another child. Another thing I know I've talked about on here is the Magic School Bus. So we keep ours just kind of in this bucket, and we've collected a couple of things over the years. So some of it is our books that we pick up from the thrift store Promise this is going somewhere techie or digital in a second, but we pick up the books, and then at one point we found a printable that had like Magic School Bus Science in 180 days. I have since looked for this and have not found it, but you may be able to look on Pinterest if I find anything. I will try to leave some links down below for you, but it has you watch one of the episodes of the Magic School Bus, and then it has science projects that can go along with it. So that being said, the DVDs for the Magic School Bus. Now you can probably stream this online somewhere or purchase the digital version of it. We ended up purchasing the actual DVDs because at the time, I believe we also had the option to play it in our car, in our vehicle. We no longer have that option, but having the DVDs has been nice because we still have a DVD player in our home and we can pop it in and watch this. And sometimes the kiddos will watch this just as an option and they're learning something in the process. The Magic School Bus has since come out with another series. I think it's called The Magic School Bus Rides Again. And all the episodes we've watched of that one so far have been equally as well as the originals. They recommend the ages are for ages 4 to 10, but I tell you that even my oldest son, who is a high schooler, will sometimes sit down and rewatch videos with them or episodes with them, and so will me and my husband, because it's pretty entertaining as far as science goes, and it just again keeps their attention, is captivating for the kiddos, and is teaching them a little bit of science. And of course, like I said, you can take any of these episodes and run on almost a whole mini study unit if you wanted to, with different things. This particular disc is disc 1, and it gets lost in space. So if you were doing a space unit with your kiddos, this would be fantastic. They also have for lunch, the topic is digestion. Inside Ralphie is the topic is germs, and so on and so forth. They have lots of different ones that cover it. I don't know how many DVDs there are, but I can link that for you down below too if you're interested in taking a look. But these DVDs have been really amazing, and we've used them throughout our homeschool years. We also have a couple apps that we use that are faith-based, so if you are not interested in those, you can probably just stop the video here, because the next two things I'm going to talk about will be faith-based items. The first one is TruPlay. I will try to link as much as I can down below, but this one is fairly new to us this year, and we were just looking for something for the kiddos to play that had felt a little safer for them. Some of the games that we noticed that were geared towards children were pretty intense, and things that we just didn't want particularly our littles to be doing and showing in games, or what was supposed to be games. So we picked up a subscription to TruPlay, and this one has been okay. And I think part of the reason is because they don't have access to play it very often, because it doesn't play on their tablets. We have Amazon Fire tablets, and downloading things on there can get difficult and tricky. If you had an iPad, this will make it much simpler, because it is on I believe it's on Android and iOS, but Amazon is like a whole different beast of its own, and so it doesn't allow, it's not on their game like their apps, their available apps. So I have it downloaded on our phone and they can play it, but like I said, they don't get to play it too often because it's on mommy's phone and often I need it. So they have played a couple of times, especially when we're in a waiting area and I don't need my phone. I will let them play for a little bit, but this one has Bible stories that they can read or will read with them, and then it also has games that they can play as well. The other subscription that is new to us, I believe we got these both at the same time, because like I said, we were looking for a little bit more faith-based things to come into our house, particularly through our screens, was a subscription to Flix. And Flix is a movie and TV show streaming app that you can get. You can download it on your phone as well. We have it downloaded to our TV, and so this one they get to see a little bit more often. But this one has faith-based movies as well as shows. So they have watched VeggieTales. There's a whole slew of VeggieTales on there, and we really enjoy VeggieTales, and so they will watch some of those. They also have movies for adults, and so my husband and I have enjoyed watching a few of the videos or movies on there, especially during Christmas time. They had just so many really fun, what I would kind of classify as Hallmark type movies, but during Christmas and then every season it seems like they come out with a whole new set of movies to coincide with the season. So we had the Christmas season, and then they had Valentine movies, and right now is for us is Easter season, and so they have some really great movies on there that kind of pertain to the season as well. And it's been really great because I know that anything that they're picking on there, I feel safe with them watching. They don't tend to gravitate toward the adult movies because, as my youngest says, they're bore. He doesn't like them. He gravitates towards the children movies and episodes, which is to be expected. So they watched a couple of movies that were geared to that like middle school and kind of tween ages. I've watched a couple of those with them and they were fun as well. They're just, like I said, we were looking for a different streaming option for our home and what worked for our family, and this just seemed like such a great thing, and we've been thoroughly enjoying it. This is something that we probably will renew because it is something that is getting used often in our home. And that's kind of all we're actively using as far as digital apps and helps in our homeschool. I am looking for an option for after reading eggs because they are getting a little, they're aging out of it and it's becoming a little too simple for them. So I have taken a look at Adventure Academy, I believe it's called, but I haven't tried it, so I'm hesitant to recommend it because we haven't tried it yet. We did also look at Khan Academy, Khan. I've had friends who really liked this for their kiddos, but for my youngest, I don't know that it will keep his attention enough. I don't believe that that section is like math and English centered, which is kind of what we were hoping to keep included. So that also is an option. Khan Academy is free. You can donate if it's working well for your family to help keep it free for people, but that is a free option as well. But like I said, that one was a little bit drier for my youngest particularly, who wanted more animations and more things, more cartoons to watch. I haven't really found any other particular apps or kind of a streaming options that would work for after. So if you know of one and you can recommend one, I would really appreciate it if you left it down in the comments for us so that we can check it out. But that's going to do it for me today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and kind of just going through a couple of the helpful digital things we have here in our homeschool. And as always, if you don't know or just need to be reminded, maybe the one to tell you that you are deeply and truly loved and so appreciated. I really appreciate you taking your time out and spending it here with me. Thanks again for watching.